in both instances. Honourable members, we have on our agenda the second reading of the Firearms Amendment Bill number 21 of 2012, published on the 4th of September 2012. On the last occasion when this bill was introduced for its first reading, the House was in an uproar regarding the ability of the Minister, Mr. Rohee, to perform the duties as Minister of Home Affairs. Some members took the view that he should not be allowed to speak, and I believe that view was well delivered, audibly delivered, and I did indicate from the chair that I would be seeking legal opinion on this matter. I have been able to solicit 2 opinions which I requested of counsel here in Guyana, and I believe that it is only fitting that I share my findings with this House. I will give a preliminary ruling on this matter and then have something later in written form. Honourable members, I have been requested by members of this House to wit the opposition to restrain the member Mr. Clement J. Rohee, Member of Parliament, from addressing this House in his capacity as Minister of Home Affairs, consequent on the adoption by the House of a resolution in August of 2012. I believe it was Resolution 18 of 2012. At the last sitting held on the 18th of October 2012, I indicated that I would be seeking legal opinion on this matter. This notwithstanding that I myself am a lawyer and a member of Parliament of 14 years standing, but I did not presume to be familiar with all the laws, rules and procedures of the National Assembly and of its members. I have since solicited 2 separate and independent opinions from eminent counsel in the persons of Mr. Rex Herbert McKay and Mr. Stephen Fraser, Steve and Wood, and I am in receipt of their opinions. I am also in receipt of an opinion from Ms. Eulalie Burnham of the United Kingdom Bar on the subject as it pertains to the matter filed in the High Court by the Attorney General. I asked specifically of counsel the following questions regarding Mr. Rohee and asked for an answer. A. Whether the President of Guyana is obliged to act on the motion adopted by this House. And B. Whether Mr. Clement J. Rohee can continue to perform his functions as Minister of Home Affairs in the National Assembly. In answer to the questions posed, I have received the categorical and unequivocal opinion that His Excellency the President is not constitutionally and or legally obliged to adhere to the motion. And similarly, in respect to the second question put, that the member, Mr. Clement J. Rohee, is not restricted from performing the duties of the office of Minister of Home Affairs. As previously indicated, I can find no provision within the standing orders of this National Assembly, the Constitution and the laws of Guyana which restrain the elected member from fulfilling his functions as a minister. As uncomfortable and as unpleasant as it is for me, I must stand on the side of the rule of law and find that in the absence of a specific resolution in this August House that specifically sanctions the member and directs that he be restrained from speaking in any one or more of his capacities, I am by law duty-bound to find that he must be allowed to speak. The decided case of Sabaroche versus the Speaker of the House of Assembly of Dominica and another, 1999-3, Law Reports of the Commonwealth at page 584, a case out of the Commonwealth of Dominica, as I indicated, is very instructive. In that case, the House purported to suspend a member, Mr. Sabaroche, for 2 sittings. The OECS Court of Appeal ruled that the suspension was unlawful. In the course of its decision, it held that the parliamentary privileges in the United Kingdom, which are derived from ancient customs and practices, and are not, rather, incorporated into the local legislative framework of the British colonies unless they are expressly done. I find that the same is the case in Guyana. However, one would have thought that if a member realized that he does not enjoy the confidence of the majority of the House in which he serves, that he would consider resigning or requesting a reassignment to another ministry. In the absence of the observance of such hallowed practice and custom, the member remains in his position.
This is both unfortunate and regrettable, a development for a young nation such as ours seeking to etch its own brand of parliamentary customs and practices. In the circumstances and having regard to the foregoing, the Speaker of the National Assembly of Guyana, I so rule, has no power to restrict or deny the right of the member, the Honorable Clement J. Rohee, Member of Parliament, from speaking or fulfilling his ministerial duties and responsibilities insofar as they relate to this House of Assembly. Members of the House may wish to consider whether a substantive motion on the subject of the honourable member's participation in the House should be pursued or not. I thank you.